Michael Jackson was waiting at his Neverland ranch, told he would have 1 hour in the event of a verdict to get to the courthouse. Today, after waiting for 7 days, that phone call finally came.
Here comes the caravan, here it comes.
It may have been the longest car ride of his life, a 30-minute trip by convoy from Michael Jackson's Neverland ranch to the courthouse to hear whether a jury would label him a child molester. The man who is arguably once the biggest entertainment star on the planet was said by friends to be sick with stress and under heavy medication for a bad back. Today, not even a wave to the fans, as he and his mother, father, and famous siblings were searched and entered the courtroom. Then, with the tension building, the judge slowly opened each of the 10 brown envelopes containing the jury's verdict on each of the 10 counts. The audio was then flipped on, and the verdicts broadcast to the world.
We, the jury, in the above entitled case, find the defendant not guilty of conspiracy as charged in count 1 of the indictment. The defendant not guilty.
From the fans outside, pandemonium, as one after another the verdicts from the jury were the same. Not guilty of molesting a 13-year-old boy, not guilty of committing a lewd act, not guilty of plying teenagers with alcohol.
Michael Jackson all the way, and I'm just so happy.
This is as good as it gets. Biggest no case. Never a case, this proves it, and now all the past allegations can be put to bed. No pun intended.
The case came down to whether jurors believe Jackson or his 13-year-old accuser, whose mother, the defense claimed, has a history of trying to rip off celebrities. In a news conference afterwards, the jurors said there was reasonable doubt.
We looked at all the evidence. We looked at Michael Jackson, and one of the first things we decided that we had to look at him as just like any other individual, not just as a celebrity. And once we got that established, that we could go beyond that, we were able to deal with it just as fairly as we could with anybody else.
And hinting perhaps at a credibility problem, some of the jurors said the young accuser's mother turned them off.
She didn't take her eyes off of us, so that was a very uncomfortable feeling.
From the prosecutors who spent 3 months in court building the case against Jackson, no regrets or apologies.
You do the right things for the right reasons. If it doesn't work out, that's why we have a jury system. But we did the right thing for the right reasons.
For Jackson on the way out, no comment about the end of his ordeal, only tears and a wave to his fans. And then home to Neverland. The jury's verdict, though, is not the only thing that matters to Michael Jackson. There was evidence in this trial that his finances are a mess and his reputation may have been irreparably damaged. The question now is, will he fight back or retreat even further? Allison.
So, Chris, what, if anything, could you read into his demeanor when you saw Jackson today?
Well, he certainly was not the same Michael Jackson that we knew from the 80s, who moonwalked his way across the stage into a superstardom. This is a changed man. He's been betrayed by his friends. A number of them testified against him in favor of the prosecution in this trial. We were told that Jackson would be saying something about this whole event over the last 3 months with his lawyer at the conclusion of this trial. Instead, today, as you saw, he simply left. The only statement from Michael Jackson posted on his website was a sign with a V for victory. Allison.
All right, thanks very much for this, Chris. The CBC's Chris Brown reporting from Santa Maria, California.